Capital Views is sponsored by Northrim Bank, Alaska Oil and Gas Association, ConocoPhillips, and Linden.
Hi, I'm Tim Bradner. Welcome to Capital Views, and welcome today to Jon Bittner, the new President and CEO of Anchorage Economic Development Corporation. Jon, your mission is Anchorage's economy and stimulating business and development. That's important to all of us because Anchorage is half the economy of the state, essentially. But maybe you could tell us what Anchorage Economic Development Corporation is, and also you're an ARDR, one of several around the state. Maybe you could explain what that is.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. So basically, AEDC, we've been around for about 39 years now. We're a 501c6 member organization. So we have about 300 members, all of the largest employers across the state. And we focus on traditional economic development. We're trying to make the economy grow, improve quality of life for all the residents, not just here in Anchorage, but I mean, rising tide floats all boats, as we say, and also doing sort of community initiatives like the Live, Work, Play initiative, the Choose Anchorage initiative, the I Love Anchorage promotional program as well. Really just trying to make this a great place for the workforce, for the businesses, and all of us that call Alaska and Anchorage home.
Maybe you could just pick out a couple of those initiatives and just explain what they are. Like Choose Anchorage, what is that?
Sure. So basically, we're trying to gather people together, businesses, nonprofits, policymakers, community leaders, and focus them on some of the so-called barriers to growth, to quality of life, to workforce attraction and retention. And it includes things like housing, infrastructure development, workforce training, quality of life improvements, and really just trying to serve as a focus for all those efforts and the different organizations working on them, and to provide them resource and backstop a lot of what they're doing to help leverage their efforts.
And Jon, previously you were with the university with their Small Business Development Center, and what did you do there, and how does that help you with the transition to AEDC?
I spent almost 9 years as the state director for the Alaska Small Business Development Center. Phenomenal program, particularly if you're a small business owner looking for help. They had offices in, I think, 8 or 9 different locations around the state, and worked with several thousand small businesses every year. While I was there, we created the AI Lab, the Small Business Survey, the Innovation Summit, and we launched 2 state small business credit initiative programs, the only organization in the nation to do that, including a tribal one that included 127 of Alaska's federally recognized tribes.
And I understand prior to that, you were with the State Department of Commerce?
I did a brief stint as the Deputy Commissioner of the Department of Commerce, Community and Economic Development. I served on the board of ADA, AEA, Alaska Housing Finance. I oversaw the Division of Economic Development, Division of Banking and Securities, several other of the divisions that are in DCCD. It was a fun time.
Well, you got a broad background, but I also understand you're a geologist too.
You go far enough back, yes. I actually, that's what I got my degree in. I started my career post-college in mineral exploration. I worked for a couple companies doing exploration in rural Alaska, particularly Western Alaska and the interior. And that was a great time, but a lot of time in the field. And so I had to get a desk job when my second child was born. It was a little tough to take 6 months off and sell that to my then spouse.
Well, I can understand that. You probably got tired of carrying around all that mosquito repellent too.
Budgets were tight back then. They really didn't give us much, so we just sort of like had to suffer through it in some of those areas.
Well, Jon, talk a bit more about some of your initiatives now. What's going on near term with?
Yeah. So we've got a lot of things coming up. AEDC, I just started about a little over a month ago, and we're positioning ourselves for some pretty expansive growth. We're going to be working with the municipality of Anchorage to create a community economic development strategy coming up here at the end of the year. It's going to be a 3-year plan on how to move Anchorage's economy forward. We're going to, Choose Anchorage has been around for just about 5 years now. So we're going to bring people back together and revamp that, get a lot more energy there. We're also collecting a lot of information about development projects in and around Anchorage, both ones that have already happened to showcase economic activity, but also ones that are in the near term, 1, 3, 5 years out. And we're really going to try and push focus on those to get those projects over the line and really start building in Anchorage again. It's going to be a full court press. We're pretty excited about it. Our board's super excited about it. And you're going to hear a lot more about what AEDC and our partner organizations are doing here over the next couple of years.
Well, there's a lot going on that is, and it seems like a lot of it is really going to funnel through Anchorage to all the North Slope activity, minerals projects in northern Alaska, western Alaska, going to have major impacts. You must be paying attention. The airport has always been a traditional focus for ADC. And can you speak to any current trends of airport activity, particularly the cargo activity?
Absolutely. Just recently, for the first time, I think ever, Ted Stevens International Airport is the #1 domestic cargo airport in the nation. So they've been going after that for as long as I've been doing economic development, and they finally got it. I'm so new here, I can't take any credit for that, unfortunately. But we're super excited for them. It's really a reflection of how important Anchorage and Alaska is on the global logistics scale and to domestic supply chains, which right now is one of the most important factors, I think, for any business anywhere in the nation.
So we surpassed Memphis was the #1 cargo. So we surpassed Memphis.
Apparently so, yeah. It was. It just came out, I think, a few days ago. They just made the big announcement. So here's hoping we can hold on to it.
This is a little bit of ancient history, but I recall that AEDC and the state DOT had a role in going down to Memphis and encouraging Federal Express to take a look at Alaska, which they did. And luckily, they ran into a FedEx executive who'd been in the Air Force and was familiar with Anchorage and realized that cold weather could be good for flying conditions. So that helped lead to what we have now.
It did. AEDC, and next year is our 40th anniversary, so we're going to be doing a lot of the retrospectives of the big projects like that we've helped out with over the years. But the FedEx terminal, that was a big one. We partnered with ADA on that and Department of Transportation. We did a lot of work with helping to bring Amazon's sorting facilities to town. We've done a lot of work on the Alyeska resort back in the day. There's been a whole lot of projects that AEDC has helped facilitate over the years. And we're looking forward to keeping that momentum going and doing even bigger things going forward.
Well, but John, you've got a lot on your plate, and sounds like things are pretty busy. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Tim. It's always a pleasure.